Alright, I'm not mad at you guys specifically, but how in the hell have none of you guys told me about Letterboxd yet? I mean, dog, we could have been adding each other on here, recommending movies and shows, flexing our top 100 list to each other. Again, I'm not mad, I'm just a little disappointed. Nah, but for real, the last couple days I've been treating this app like a damn video game. Of course, at some point I will be making a top 100 favorite films of all time, but there's some classics that I need to watch or rewatch before I really make that list. But I think this app just gave me a great idea. So since I just got the app, my watch list has a lot more room to grow, but so far I have a good chunk of films that are just absolute necessities that I've never seen. And my plan is to have you guys come along this journey with me. So I'll watch the movie, well, obviously, record a little bit of my live reaction to it, and within a very quick turnaround time, give a quicker 5 to 7 minute review of the film upon first watch, how I initially thought about it and how it sat with me for the next day or two. And all of these movies I review could later be turned into a full explanation, recap, and review video, especially if it hits me like that. But these videos, like this series, is going to be separate from those. I'm not trying to explain it too much, but this is the first video in the series, so I just want to make sure you guys know these videos are not full in-depth opinion of the movies, it's just from my initial first watch. And yeah, let me just stop explaining because after a couple videos you'll get it. So with all that being said, first film to watch is Darren Aronofsky's, I think that's how you say it, 2000 psychological drama Requiem for a Dream. All I know about this film is one, I don't know how to properly pronounce Requiem, that first word. In theory it should be Requiem because it rhymes with dream. And two, my roommate said that he wouldn't watch it again with me because he quote unquote had already seen it, it's too messed up and I'm not going through that again. So yeah, this should be fun to go in blind. Well, yeah, I get it. That was f***ed up. So our story follows two roads of addiction that each end in horrible ways. We got Jared Leto doing his best New Jersey Italian impression.
Trying to get me to break my own mother's set?
Ma.
Your own son, your own flesh and blood, Ma. Is that what you're trying to do? Your own son?
Ma.
For some reason, probably because the name of the movie, I thought Joaquin Phoenix was going to be in this, so to see Jared Leto was pretty disappointing at first. But his story follows his character Harry, his best friend Ty, played by Marlon Wayans. Was very surprised to see him in a serious role, but damn, he killed it. And then Harry's girlfriend Marion, played by Jennifer Connelly. Man, I literally have written in my notes, why have I never heard of her, and I could fix her. And then the other story we follow is Harry's mom, Sarah. The movie touches on some very serious subjects and does it pretty well and genuine for the most part, but it's not really a concept that needs explaining. I mean, the movie's pretty straightforward. There are different types of addiction and everyone has different reasons for getting into them. For Harry and friends, it was heroin, and for the mom, it was her eating disorder that turned into a diet pill addiction. In a drugged out trip, her fridge literally eats her, representing this disorder turned addiction completely consuming her. So yeah, the first half of the movie is pretty tame, you know, for the situation, I guess, but right around the halfway mark when Harry and his mom have that combo where you can start to see her mental state failing, things start to hit pretty hard. The mom lives alone after her husband's death and does nothing but watch TV all day, another form of addiction, and she gets a letter in the mail saying that she was selected from a list of contestants to appear in a TV show.
I swear, bro, they better not do anything to this mom.
Not sure if it's the self-help motivation TV show that keeps playing throughout the film and repeating, but it's not all in her head. She really was chosen for it. But after she realizes she could quote-unquote finally be somebody, that's when her eating disorder starts. Her story literally turns into a horror show. Like, some of the scenes genuinely scared me. Like, it felt more like a horror movie. The image of her cracked out face, it was still haunting me the next morning. But the diet pills she is very unethically, I don't know why that's so hard to say, unethically prescribed, have some sort of amphetamine in them and it makes her feel good and gives her a little high. The movie also has a little nod to Big Pharma being corrupt. And once she gets used to the drug, she starts taking more than she should. This is where her frail mind starts coming alive into the house. Like, the scene of her living room becoming part of the TV show set was one of, if not the dopest scenes in the movie. But yeah, before we get into her son Harry, let's talk about the cinematography. Just like the theme of this movie, the directing style is pretty straightforward. It makes you feel like you're on drugs and as paranoid as the characters are. I mean, they used every camera trick in the book to make you feel like you're hearing things, seeing things, tripping on coke, meth, tripping on heroin. And yes, there were a few duds, but for the most part, them trying to create this feeling made for some extremely and very creative and cool looking shots. And for being a film made in 2000, the effects were pretty cool too. The fast-paced and repeated cuts along with the sound design put my ass through a whirlwind with this movie. I mean, there's edge of your seat, but I was deadass in a panic attack for the entire second half of the film. But for you aspiring content, film, video creators out there like myself, this is a great movie to get inspiration and creativity from, because again, they pulled out all the tricks. Alright, so Harry and friends are addicted to heroin, and him and Ty get the idea of buying some good ass shit, cutting it, and selling it to become neighborhood drug lords. We see as both of their addictions to their own supply gets in the way, and the second the market starts working against them, their withdrawals ultimately lead to their downfall. Jared Leto actually ended up doing pretty well, but the highlight of this movie, acting-wise, was Marlon, and maybe I'm just biased, but kinda Jennifer Connelly too. I want you guys to watch these movies too, so I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but if you do want to watch this movie, just know the ending is very messed up. Like, I completely understand what my roommate said. I don't want to watch this again either, maybe down the line. Like, especially the ending, I was actually shocked at some of the scenes, and everyone gets a terrible ending. You know, like, there's no redeemable qualities of this movie, but it didn't, like, break my heart like I thought it would. You know, it was incredibly sad, but it was more just shockingly terrible outcomes for some pretty decent characters. Marlon's character I really liked, but after an hour and a half, you just kind of want to see them get a break. Man, I'm so glad I started this series and just finally watched one of these movies, Requiem for a Dream. Again, I don't know if that's the right way to say it. And already the night of and the morning after, this movie has been sitting with me, but not in the right way. It was good, and I did like it. I even gave it a like on Letterboxd, but it's nowhere near like a top 100 for me. Maybe in the future we'll revisit this movie, hopefully not. But as of now, I'm giving it a 4-star in Letterboxd, and you'll see in the future kind of my scale for rankings, but this 4 is mainly for the cinematography, the editing, and the sound design, the music. Again, Marlon Wayans and then Jennifer Connelly, especially towards the end with that dark makeup and outfit. You know what, honestly, I gave it a 4 when I first wrote the script, but now that it's sitting with me more, I'm giving it a 3.5. I hope I remember when I go to my Letterboxd app, but it's getting a 3.5. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you did, and let me know in the comments how you feel about this new series idea. Again, the goal is we can go on this movie watch list check-off journey together. We recommend and talk about movies with each other, and hopefully we all find some top 100 films for ourselves. I'm going to leave a link in the description to my Letterboxd account. I think you can follow me on there. I'm not sure yet because I use the free version. Maybe if one of you guys has the paid version, you can tell me. But even if you don't have the paid version, you can still see my watch list and the progress of my top 100 films of all time ranked, a video we will get to in due time. But please comment movies you want to see me do in the future, or you just want me to see in general, because that watch list isn't specific to YouTube. You know, I just want to watch more movies. But the next video is either going to be Spirited Away or Butterfly Effect. Make sure to turn on that notification button for future videos in this series and more. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna go try and forget about the ending to Requiem for a Dream.